it. Did a lot of theater in high school. Got involved in just helping friends out in college. Was just helping friends in the film department. I wish I would have gone through that, but with that, immediately loved it and everything. Never actually thought I would be doing it as being the things I've been in. Never thought I would ever get that far. So, but just started from middle school, high school, doing theater, stage, all that stuff. So, but I definitely love it.
So, what was your? I know what your first role is, but what was your first role to let the other people know?
Yeah, so my first role was American Guinea Pig, Bouquet of Guts and Gore, which I had no idea what to expect. I refused to watch the originals beforehand because I wanted to just go into it being surprised. And that I was, but I loved it.
Yeah. So, obviously, in that film, it's quite extreme, and you have done other extreme sort of film roles, mainly with Gator Blade films and Sleazebox. So, did you have was it a big learning curve going from the American Guinea Pig film to their films?
I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie, I like, in both Guinea Pig and in the Death Court stuff, it was getting to be nude is really fun for me. I really enjoy that. So with that, I just went right on through it. And working with Chris and Sean, they're both really awesome people and they make you feel comfortable. So it was super easy to kind of transition into that.
Well, you kind of answered this already, but how long have you been doing it, I guess, as a career? So obviously you've done your stuff at secondary school, you did the acting type stuff there, but obviously getting paid to do it is the main goal of any actor or actress. So how long have you been doing it as a paid person?
So that would be 2014, which is when Bouquet of Guts and Gore was actually filmed. So that was my first role, and that was when his first paying role too with that. So yeah. It was definitely a really awesome experience, though. I love Steven and Marcus.
And well, we'll get to the next one in a minute. So I was going to further on to that question, but you'll be answering that in a minute. So what have you worked on and currently working on or planning to work on? So obviously projects that you potentially have in the pipeline, but you may or may not be able to tell us about.
Yeah, so well, this lovely thing going around has prevented a lot of these from being filmed, and everything's getting postponed, which sucks. I really want to get back into it. I was supposed to film a movie the same weekend that they started closing everything down here. So Friday the 13th, I was supposed to fly out to Texas. And that was the same time that everything went down. We decided it would probably be best that I didn't. So glad I didn't, because that airport was crazy. But with that, yeah, I'm supposed to be working with Jeremy Summerall. And then next one would be Death Care. And that one's going to be, a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. We were supposed to film in June, but once again, everything's been postponed. And then working with Todd Sheets as well in The Ballad of Marshall Stack, which I'm assuming is going to be postponed. I'm not exactly sure when we're going to be filming it yet, because everything, this threw a huge wrench into everything. But those are going to be, those are going to be the big projects, and I'm super, super excited for them.
Wow, as you just mentioned, Todd Sheets, if people look over your left shoulder, they will see that you've got Clownado on show, which you appear in.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's actually one of my favorite characters.
I was going to say, it's a really fun film. Everybody I've shown it to, they've really, really enjoyed it. So, well done on that.
Well, thanks.
So, on to your next question, which is, what advice would you have for upcoming actors or just people coming into the film industry as it is, so whether it's behind the scenes or as for yourself as a actress, though you have written something? Yeah,
so with that, what I would recommend is to always network. I'll admit I'm not the best at it, but it is something that's really, really important to do. And be really flexible. things change all the time. And if you don't have the ability to be flexible in the situation, it's going to get really stressful and really frustrating. And most of the time, you just got to go with it, because something's going to happen, something's going to break, you're going to forget something. Like, it's going to happen. If it's going to go wrong, it will. So that's another thing, is be really flexible, and with that, things will go a lot smoother, and you'll be able to work with more people and actually network more, because they'll see that side of it. They'll see that you're willing to take the time to do this and just have fun with it. Every single film that I've been in, I've had so much freaking fun, and I've met so many amazing people doing it.
Well, I would have thought, well, same any kind of industry, I suppose. If you're having fun doing it, you're quite happy doing it. If it becomes a bit of a chore, obviously making a film is quite a long experience. It could be anything from a week to several months, depending on what the film is. And if you're not having fun doing it, those 2 months, whatever, is going to become very, very long, very quickly.
Exactly.
So, well, as I mentioned, you did do a writing project, which is it called, I want to say Slimoids. I did have it on my head just a minute ago. It's not called Slimoids, is it?
Yep.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you want to tell people about that?
So I actually didn't have anything to do with the actual writing of the script, but Seb and I he was kind of going back and forth on what he wanted to do. So him and I kind of hashed out this idea, and he came up with the name during that conversation as well. And we were just kind of going back and forth, goofing around with, what if we did this? What if we did that? And ended up coming up with the whole idea with it. And so he ended up writing it down. And that's why I actually make a cameo in it, because of that. So I wasn't able to be there for the full filming, but I was able to actually drive out and get killed by one of the creatures.
Well, it looks good on your IMDb, because it shows obviously you can branch out into other things as well, doesn't it? So.
And actually, I'm actually getting ready to sit down and write a script that I would like to direct.
Is that a short film, or is that a feature film?
Hoping to be a feature film. It's going to be a bit before anything happens with that, and then this added on top of it right now.
Yeah.
So it will be a bit, but I am actually getting ready to start writing it.
Do you think that would be something that you'll crowdfund? Because a lot of obviously indie filmmakers now do a lot of the crowdfunding aspect of things. Do you think it'd be that, or have you got some money person behind you already? Have you gone up to the big wigs of Hollywood and picked up some big load of cash?
I wish. And as far as that aspect, I haven't thought through all the crowdfunding. It will eventually, I'm sure, but it may be post to drive, just get the distribution out and stuff like that. It would be my first, but I have a lot of great mentors on, and Todd Sheets being one of them, and Stephen Byro being able to provide that feedback too is really awesome. So I know that they'll definitely, help me with that and provide that feedback.
Yeah. So your last question for today is basically promote yourself. Promote yourself. If you've got a YouTube channel, promote that. If you have a website, promote that. Where can people stalk you? I don't mean in real life. I just mean on social media.
Yeah, so Instagram, I am at The Risen Phoenix. And then on Facebook, I have my actor page, Cayt Feinics Actor. That one I post a lot more on than, if you just friend request me, I'm not really updating that one. So I'm updating my actor page more. That's what I want to really be focusing on. And then actually I am doing a podcast currently where we talk about random film called Saturday Night at the Movies. It's with Daryl Meathook and Brian. Yeah, so it's really fun. We just the last film that was posted, I think, or will be posted this week, trying to remember, is Tank Girl. All right. And that was actually the movie that I picked. Yeah, so we talk about that. We talk about other things as well, that episode going over comic books and that type of thing. So definitely check that out as well. You can find that on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube at Saturday Night at the Movies.
Is it just on YouTube, the podcast, or is it on like podcast providers as well, or is it just a video thing for now?
It is. I think it's. I believe that it's actually on some as well. The Facebook page. I feel really bad because we were waiting on approval to get into. I think it was Spotify.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the Facebook page has all the places that you can actually check it out, and with that, yeah, we don't record a video. We just end up posting just like it'll be like the thumbnail for the YouTube video. But yeah, it's pretty fun. We talk about some ridiculous stuff, poke fun at each other, just goof around with it.
That's the main thing, having a bit of fun. That's what you need in this current environment.
Definitely, most definitely.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having this short but sweet interview. It's very kind of you to come on. And I look forward to speaking to you again very, very soon.
Yes, super excited. And thank you so much for having me. I love doing this stuff. So when you asked me, I was like, yay!
Okay, well, thank you very much. I will let you get on to do whatever you have to do for today.
Make dinner.
All right, cheers then. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.